LAIKA Studios was founded in 2005 by Travis Knight, and with only 5 major films out, stands to be one of the most beloved movie production companies 2 decades after being founded. Travis Knight is the son of Phil Knight, co-founder and chairman of Nike, so if you're wondering how a stop-motion animation studio with only 5 films stayed on the radar after 2 decades, the excellence of the films is one, but on top of that, for as long as Nike dominates the markets, LAIKA will continue to thrive. After Travis's short-lived rap career, I'm not joking, his father managed to get Wendell Studios to hire Travis as an intern and then a director after Phil became a shareholder for the company. Wendell was fired from Wendell Studios, and thus Travis and his father rebranded the studios into something that rolls off the tongue better, LAIKA. But on that note, Wendell literally trademarked the term claymation. How the heck are you gonna fire the father of claymation from his own stop-motion studio? Did he leave of his own accord, or was it a full-on exodus? I want to be in the room where it happened so bad. I have so many questions that I can't ask because he passed away in 2018, rest his soul. Anyways, it's crazy what money can do. Travis Knight was at the forefront of production as the producer for just about every project LAIKA had released from its founding, and in case it isn't obvious, he's a bit of a nerd himself. A self-proclaimed fan of fantasy films, he was the director of the Bumblebee Transformer movie and was an animator for the LAIKA movies Coraline, Box Trolls, Paranorman, and Kubo. LAIKA is one of the few movie production studios utilizing stop-motion animation, followed by Aardman, which produced Wallace and Gromit. Henry Selick is the mind behind The Corpse Bride, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Coraline, and Wendell and Wild. It's clear that Knight and Selick have worked together on multiple occasions, and they seem to have one common trait between each other as filmmakers: making films by weird kids, featuring weird kids, for weird kids. It was a breath of fresh air seeing movies made for kids that focused on the idea that they are weird, they aren't like their parents, and that's okay. There's no point in either of these movies that either child decides to conform to their families. Rather, their families learn to adapt to them and realize that they should stop trying to dumb them down to normalcy. Kubo may not be the best example of the weird kid archetype, although he's definitely a queer character in regards to the world he exists in. But Wendell and Wild's cat is the definition of a weird alternative punk kid. Wendell and Wild released in 2022 and is an absolutely gorgeous, underrated film by Henry Selick and Jordan Peele that follows a rebellious black teenager in a Catholic school and the 2 demons attached to her. This movie altered my brain chemistry. It's already pretty impressive seeing a black protagonist in a teen drama stop-motion animation, but also she looks so cool. The character designers and sculptors ate this up. All this to say that the feat of stop-motion animation that Travis Knight, Henry Selick, and LAIKA have produced is already impressive, but the representation they provide for the youth should be applauded as well. And not to give LAIKA more accolades than it needs, but stop-motioning sci-fi effects must have taken forever, but all their films come out looking absolutely stunning. LAIKA's next film as of recording is a story called Wildwood, which is based off the fantasy novel by Colin Malloy. And if we've learned anything from Coraline, LAIKA knows how to do book adaptations. Wildwood is about an older sister, Prue, trying to find her lost baby brother Mac, who was taken by a murder of crows. Prue has to go through an enchanted forest in order to find her little brother, a forest that lies outside the boundaries of Portland. And as Travis Knight has said, he's really excited to start working on a project that takes place in his homeland. Apparently, there's going to be an insane fight scene in the movie that's quote-unquote the most challenging thing they've ever done, but considering how well the final fight scene between Norman and Agatha turned out, I'm sure it'll be a blast to watch. I've been a big fan of LAIKA since I first watched Coraline in 2012 and then 6 more times over the next summer. I am beyond honored to finally make a short video on their films while I work on another one. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested in watching a video about Overwatch or League of Legends, I'd consider subscribing because that's probably going to be my next video.